Hello and welcome to Free Jacks in 5, a series of brief interviews where you get to know your favorite New England players. I'm Dallin Stanford, former US Eagle and current World Rugby commentator. And in this episode, we spent 5 minutes with Justin Johnson, another homegrown talent, just 22 years old, set to feature in Major League Rugby 2021. How are you doing, Justin?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Awesome. Thanks, my friend. Your background comes from San Diego. We know it's a rugby hotbed. What was your pathway like to finding the sport?
My pathway was real simple. My high school team, I played for Maricosta High School, and our high school team created a rugby team. My sophomore year, our linebacker coach was actually Duke Bulgarian, was the head coach for it, and he's been a big LA rugby fan for a long time. And ever since he created the team, he got me to come out since I was one of his linebackers, and I've loved it ever since.
And how would you contrast the two sports? You obviously, you've played both. A lot of us from other countries haven't played American football. So how would you compare the two?
I enjoy both. I like rugby just because you get to play both sides of the ball. For football, I was mainly a linebacker. I only like hitting people, so it kind of fit perfectly to go play in a flanker position. But they're basically the same. I just compare them as rugby's football without pads.
It's a good advert for us too, it makes us look harder. Now, listen, do you have any family members that have excelled or excel in sports?
My dad played college basketball, and I have 4 brothers, 2 sisters. 2 of my other brothers play basketball overseas, and my oldest brother plays rugby for Oregon State.
Wow, that's an awesome sporting family. Well, this is really cool. We'll have to get some more stats on them when you play your game, so we can give them some props as well. And you got opportunity to play at Life University, of course, with the Running Eagles famed program. Can you give us some of your career highlights playing there?
I've played in 3 national championships since being there, won 2 of them. So, I mean, it's just an amazing program. I love it. Our coaching staff is great. And then it's just a great group of guys. And we don't have the best facilities. We don't have the nicest stuff, but that helps us. It's more of a pride thing for us. So any type of achievements we do, then it carries on.
And then in your opinion, because again, you mentioned the success of the program, we've known it for many years. What about the Life program makes it so good?
I mean, it's just the hard work and dedication they make us put in. And it's like Life is a small school. There's only a couple majors, but they know that if you want to be the best in rugby, you go to that school. And then the coaching staff puts you in the right places, runs the right programs that will get you the best looks in order to move on and further your rugby career.
No, I love it. And of course, the grounds that you play on there will be used for Rugby Atlanta, ATL. And so technically, you could have represented them. You also, spent a lot of time in San Diego, the Legion powerhouse. But you were picked up in the inaugural MLR Collegiate Draft by the fantastic Free Jacks. Take us back to that day and let us know how that went for you.
I remember that day. I was so nervous leading up to it. And then I remember I was talking to a couple coaches. I didn't really know. I didn't know where I was going to go. And then when it going down and just watching it and then being picked up by the Free Jacks was one of the best things, because I was talking to Mitch Wilson beforehand. He was saying how much he loved the city, and I was telling him how I've never been to Boston. So I would love to go out there and see it. To be picked up by them was just amazing. To have my name called, have people cheering me on, my supporters back home, everybody watching from watch parties. It was just amazing, a great feeling.
A very special moment in time. Okay, so will Mitch be your tour guide then when you come to Boston?
Yes, we already have it set up. He's going to show me around.
Okay, great. Now, we'll get into some other little facts. Is there something that people don't know about you?
I used to be a professional video gamer. When I was in middle school, I was paid to play Call of Duty. It was a professional gaming club, and they basically paid us to we traveled to New York for a conference. We were getting checks to play video games before big video gaming even came out.
That's legendary, Justin. That is awesome. Now, do you still play a little bit as a social player, if you will?
Yes, I do. I do play a little bit. I've played a lot less than I recently have that I was before, but I still try to keep my skills up to date.
Oh, that's big time. Okay, good. That's a cool stat. I love that. Do you have an embarrassing moment you could share with us?
If anybody has saw this video, CRCs from 2018, I was clobbered by the Penn State scrum half on a breakout run. And it was completely embarrassing, but it was great because I was still on national television. So
now we obviously went through your gaming talents. Are there any other hidden talents that we should know about?
I like to read, I guess. So I'll sit down and read a whole book in a day. I don't know if that's real talent, but
okay, no, I love that. Okay, do you have a favorite book that you've read in recent times?
I would say Rich Dad, Poor Dad, by far one of my favorite books.
You're an inspiration, my friend.
Actually, no. Yes. I actually want to change that. The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. I would recommend anybody, 10 out of 10, read that book in almost 2 days.
We got it. Good. We'll put it on the recommended list. We'll put a link to it too. Thank you for that. Now, which three famous people would you have over for a few drinks? Obviously, post-COVID.
Okay, so I'm a big thinker. So I would say Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, and Kevin Hart, just to
Ooh,
have somebody that's a comedy. Imagine Elon Musk after a couple beers. I want to see what he's talking.
Exactly. We'll have to get the translator on for him as well. Now, do you have a nickname or anything we can use for when you steamroll people in the MLR competition?
People just call me JJ. That's really, it was started in high school, and that's what people call me. My family and everybody calls me Justin, but everybody that knows me in the rugby community calls me JJ. So
thank you so much for joining us on Free Jacks in 5. JJ, fans can see you smash opponents in the MRL season 2021. They can keep updated at freejacks.com. As we say here in Boston, let's ride.
Let's ride.